In this question, it says a train normally travels 240 km at a certain speed. One day, due to bad weather, the train speed is reduced by 20 km per hour, so that the journey takes 2 hours longer. Find the normal speed. So we need to find the certain speed. So we have the data, which is distance is 240 km. Now let the certain speed be x km per hour, and the time it takes without bad weather is t hours. Due to bad weather, the speed is reduced by 20 km per hour. That means whatever the certain speed is, we need to take away 20 from that, and the time takes 2 hours longer. That means the time, whatever time it takes on a usual day, there is an addition of 2 hours to that because of the bad weather. We know the equation speed is equal to distance by time. We can also say distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. If the total distance is 240, then the speed is x, which is this, multiplied by the time, which is t. So xt is equals to 240, or x is 240 by t. During the bad weather, this is the speed multiplied by time. So speed is x minus 20 multiplied by t plus 2, which is again 240, because the train travels 240 km regardless of the weather. So if we simplify it, we get to this point, and over here, instead of xt, I have written it 240. So I have used this equation. So here we got xt is equal to 240. So xt, we have replaced it by 240. And for 2x, we got x is equal to 240 by t. So this one is 240 by t. So as we go along, then we get to see this becomes 480 minus 20t square minus 40t. Now how this has happened is I have multiplied this part by t so that I can get rid of the t which is on the denominator. So if I multiply this whole thing, or if I multiply both sides of the equation by t, if I multiply both sides of the equation by t, then I get 480 20t square minus 40t is equal to 0. Now if I multiply this line of equation again with negative, then I get 20t square plus 40t minus 480 is equal to 0. Now if I divide the whole thing, if I divide both of the sides of the equation by 20, I get t square plus 2t minus 24. So by doing this, I get the value for the t. One is minus 6 and the other is 4. As we know, t is time and time cannot be negative. So when t is 4 and the distance is 240, on a regular day, the certain speed will be 240 by 4, which is distance by time. This is the distance and this is the time that we have got. So the certain speed will be 60 km per hour.